Hello friends. Today we will talk about this topic. Does it make sense to have a girlfriend if you don't have the opportunity to take her to the ocean? If you don't have the opportunity to take a girl for a ride in a premium segment car? If you do not have the opportunity to make gifts to girls such as bouquets of flowers, gold jewelry, as well as other expensive gifts? First, I'll tell you just the facts. Let's talk about it together. So, every girl would like all this wealth. Yes, I think every girl would not mind. Hardly anyone would give up all this wealth. But also to say that this is the key to happiness, so that the girl loved and was there. We also understand that this is not the case. Let's talk about another topic. What percentage of men are able to organize such a life for a girl? If we look at the statistics, if you look at the average salary in America, then we will see that there is a small percentage of men who have the opportunity to spend a lot of money on a girl. That is, this phenomenon is extremely rare. Moreover, a person who has such an opportunity is not yet a fact that he will do it. But perhaps this man is already married and he is not up to it. That is, the probability is actually small. But girls have the illusion that there are many such men. For example, you met an attractive girl. She tells you stories about how men courted her, what gifts they made to this girl, and so on. Where does a girl get such thoughts from? There are two types of men who create such an illusion. The first type of men. These are men whose understanding of personal life and girls is reduced to zero. That is, such a man tries to attract all the girls to himself with the help of gifts. A man tries to be good for a girl. A person brings himself to the state of a sponsor. He does all this in order for the girl to spend time with him. It is clear that this does not lead to anything good. The girls leave this man one by one. But each girl makes her own conclusion. That, as it turns out, they will do nothing for the relationship, and the man will give her gifts. This is one of the stories that a beautiful girl can tell you. The second type of men. These are men who are trying to throw dust in the eyes of a girl by virtue of its objective significance. For example, a man has an expensive car. He is so handsome and cool that he gets to know everyone. But this man's plans for a girl are short-term. There are a lot of such men on the dating site. Therefore, such men do not reach a serious relationship. Let's talk about another topic. Every time I am asked for help by men who are at the stage of the divorce process, what did they have? Did they do it or not? In fact, there were many situations when Devuki had luxurious living conditions. There were many cases that I can't tell you about. I try not to voice personal information. But there were many cases when men gave girls apartments, cars, country houses, and so on. How did it all end? The girl was leaving this man. The most interesting thing is that sometimes the girl went to a man who does not have such opportunities. What prompted the girl to do this? If we proceed to the conclusion. In my opinion, if we are talking about the financial component, it can help a person. I would divide the girls into categories. Yes, there really is a percentage of girls who initially filter whether a man is rich or not, but I don't consider the possibility of building relationships with such girls. I hope you don't consider such girls either. Let's remove these girls from our topic. We will talk about the average version of girls. A girl who would not mind, but there is no obvious commercialism in her. That is, for a girl, finances are not a priority. Of course, the emotional component of this girl is a priority. I know a lot of stories when a girl is self-centered. That is, a problem girl. There were cases when a man picked up such a girl on the street, roughly speaking, and arranged a very chick life. But time passed. Maybe they even got married and had a baby. Then there is a click. The girl says, "I don't love anymore." That is, money does not save a person. Therefore, if we are considering the possibility of building an adequate, healthy relationship, we have to choose girls who are capable of a good relationship. Such information is available on my channel. How to choose one of them correctly. What should I pay attention to? What questions should I ask? For these girls, the most important thing is emotions. Yes, the girl wants all this wealth, but this is in second place. Therefore, while the man will take a strong position in the relationship, he won't have any problems. Many may ask a different question. What if the girl is used to something? For example, a girl used to be courted in a certain way, but I can't give her that. A man has a complex. The man thinks that the ex-boyfriend gave the girl expensive gifts, but he can't afford it. The first thing I want to say, it's not a problem. But there are girls who will be hindered by this to build relationships. Yes, it happens. But this happens when the balance of a man's importance decreases. That is, the girl already has a negative inside. The girl begins to look for an excuse to leave the man. Option 2. When there are problems with a girl. When a girl wants to get something, but this is a problem girl. I would not initially recommend considering such a girl for a relationship. I have experience working with girls. I have already said this more than once. There were many stories when very attractive girls applied. At the same time, the girl invested more resources in the relationship than the man. Financially, with gifts and so on. I can't say that this phenomenon is very rare. In fact, some of you may have had such an experience. If you have a desire, write about it in the comments. Thus, the financial component is an attribute of objective significance that matters at the initial stage. But in the future and in the relationship as a whole, this is not a decisive component. This video is primarily for men who have illusions. I know many such men who have a job or their own small business. But there is no home yet. It's not easy to buy an expensive house. But the man has collected enough money and buys an expensive premium car instead of an apartment or house. Why is he doing this? A man wants to surprise the female sex. Because he has no family, no girlfriend. Take my word for it. Nothing much will change in life. Well, the man will be given a little more attention. But this is a trifle. That's why I made a video like this so that men wouldn't make such mistakes. I can give an example from my life. There were different periods in my life. When I was 20, 21 years old, and I had nothing. Now, I have a place to live and a good car. But nothing has changed. I will honestly tell you no. Yeah, that's cool. Now I have some opportunities. But no more than that. That is, a man who was in a relationship with a girl when he had nothing. Obviously, he'll be fine when something happens. A man who had everything bad with girls. At the same time, he had nothing. When this person has everything, a car, a house, and so on, take my word for it. The situation will not change. Yes, you can introduce him to a girl who has certain preferences. But if the man does not take adequate action, that's where it ends. So let's get rid of these illusions. I think it's primarily pity. When a man says that girls only need money, why don't you have any money? Why don't you have any money? Well, everything is bad in our country. You see, a person comes up with an excuse after an excuse. That is, what should a man do then? Nothing. A man should stay in his place where he is now. This is not serious, friends. So let's get rid of this misconception. Yes, finance plays a certain role, and we discussed with you which one, but no more than that. This is not the key to all doors. If you liked it, give a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. See you soon.